everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be dialing in from around the world. Thank you all for joining us for today's webinar, 2023 Top 10 Trends in Healthcare Payments, APIs and Automated Enrollment Gain Traction, presented by IT Navarca Group. I'm Michaela Bernier, and I'll be your host for today's webinar. We're going to spend the next hour or so walking through what we see as some of the top trends driving the healthcare payments environment in 2023. We have a great lineup of speakers, as you'll see on the slide, who will be sharing some of the unique insights they've gleaned from deep research marketplace dynamics across the past 6 months. Before we begin, let me just cover a few quick housekeeping items. Today's webinar will be recorded, and a link to view the recording on demand will be available after the session. If you have any questions for the team, please feel free to submit them, and the team will reach out after the session. I'll now turn the mic over to Erica to introduce herself and jump into the content. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed today's webinar.
Thank you, Michaela, and thank you for all of the folks on the line today taking an hour out of your busy day to talk about healthcare payments with us and the top trends. I'm really excited to be joined by my colleagues today. This is something that we do every year at ANG in all of our areas of expertise. We take a moment as we wrap up one year and head into another to think about what are the most important things that we see happening. What are all of you talking to us about? What are some of the most important factors that you need to keep in mind? And we've assembled this list of top 10 trends, which is in no way comprehensive of everything happening, but we think there's a really cool tie-in to just what's happening in the industry in general in financial services that makes it a really special time with some volatility to be in healthcare payments. So as with all industries, digital transformation is really taking center stage in the healthcare industry. So health plans, payers, providers, everyone's thinking about how do I do things more efficiently and where is there room for innovation? I think the options with technology and what's happening around payments has gotten all aspects in every corner of the space thinking about innovation and where it's possible, where it isn't. And while the healthcare industry itself is unique and has nuances, it does share struggles with other industries. That's, how do you make data secure? What does the cloud mean? How and when do I shift to the cloud for things like, payment integrity, member experience? So the details are unique to healthcare, but this is something that is going across financial services. Then, of course, there's API implementations and API connectivity in the back end, really trying to solve problems around integration, make things easier with embedded payments, all things and thoughts and concepts that are really critical to a long-term strategy that we want to talk about today. Additionally, automation is a theme. You can't escape it, right? So, fill in the blank. In this case, automating claims adjudication, automating payment processing. It's becoming more standard, and that automation is spilling into the B2B payment space, which is important to think about as well, because those volumes are increasing, and the technology and the accessibility around making B2B payments is becoming more mainstream and table stakes. The phenomena of more efficiency and more automation is a trend I know all of us are keenly aware of in the industry, but it's important to think about what that momentum means and the fact that it's not going to stop. So where we are right now is not good enough. That train is going to keep on rolling. There's a few other things that make 2023 a little bit more complex. There's the destabilization across the healthcare ecosystem. The competition between the major health players is becoming pretty fierce. But then there's this added dynamic, one of the many things that makes this space unique. It's the general satisfaction around premiums, the swirl that's happening with acquisitions and mergers, and the consumer end user is getting quite agitated as kind of being trapped in all of this. They think that there are things that should be different, that can't be controlled by some of this. There are things that can be controlled. There's this sense of inequity in the healthcare system, as well as all the moving parts around it, like payments and ease of settlement. How fast can I get my funds and my reimbursements? So our theme in 2023 is looking at this digitization, what's becoming table stakes, and trying to help you navigate through all of this. So with that, we're going to dive into our trends, and we're going to focus this first trend on thinking about that increased competition.